Getting chased by giant rabbits, starve of hunger, bargain with swine, and go into the depths to seek out the treasures of an underground lair. That is the reality of this game. I played 100 days of Don't Starve.
Uncover the horrifying mysteries of Pilot Creek. Content may not be suitable for children. Best played in the dark with headphones on. Ooh. I don't want to do that. Character selection.
All except for 2 characters were locked for the time being.
Eureka! My destiny awaits. A great inventor. Nearsighted, delicate stomach. Grows a magnificent beard.
That's all I needed to hear. Wilson it is. Games can be an escape from reality. And as I can't grow a magnificent one in the real world, I'll be damned if I can't grow one in a made-up world. This is my first time playing the game. No DLC added, and I chose the default settings since I didn't have any prior experience to guide me.
Say, pal, you don't look so good. You better find something to eat before the night comes.
This is all the information you get in the game. It's kind of a sink or swim situation. I did that which required the least amount of brain power. I started clicking and picked up seeds and flowers.
Whoa, if that... is the game this big? Whew.
Intrigued by all the impressions the game had to offer, I chased both a bird and a butterfly.
Butterfly, flutter by. Ooh, red mushroom.
Having collected the mushroom, I got my first berries. I then picked up some more grass and came upon a rabbit. I tried to catch him, but he slipped through my fingers.
What's up, Doc?
I picked up my first flint and was now able to combine it with a few twigs and craft an axe. I was delighted.
Ooh.
With my newly crafted tool, I tried to gouge out the eyes of a butterfly.
Go for the eyes.
But I'm easily distracted.
Oh, carrot.
So that probably shows me how hungry I am. We got brain power, maybe intelligence, and HP. It certainly wasn't intelligence, something I might have grasped had I possessed it. It assesses one's sanity, which this world often strips away in various ways, especially during the night. I gave Bugs Bunny another shot, but he was still out of reach.
Can I attack the bee?
I could, but the bee had bee buddies, which I didn't want to tassel with right now.
Oh, and he's getting his friends. Stinger. They're all aggroed. Angry, enraged bees. Run away.
As I made my escape, I hovered the mouse over a tree and noticed we could chop it. It yielded a log, but the bees were still after me.
It's getting late. It will be dark soon. Oh, they're still after me. Leave.
The escape was back on. When the bees was far away enough, I chopped down another tree. This time, I got to keep the log. I familiarized a little more with the menu and crafted my first trap to capture small creatures.
Oh, there's a rabbit hole. Can I place it above the rabbit hole, maybe? Set trap. Yeah, that's good.
I came upon a couple of beehives and worked on a plan to handle them accordingly.
If I can get a torch, maybe I can burn the honeycombs.
I picked up a ring.
Pick up evil flower. No, I don't want an evil flower. A ring that could focus dimensional energies. What is this game? What?
As you probably have already noticed, I was anxious about nearly everything. Looking back, I realized I should have experimented with more things at the beginning of the game. I found and activated this touchstone. It didn't give me anything at the time, but I would soon find out its purpose. Painfully, I might add. Picking not 1 but 2 flowers, I got a notification. When you have enough materials to craft something, the menu is highlighted in green.
Something to soothe the nerves.
I was looking over my alternatives as night crept in.
Oh, it's dark.
Whoa! What is that? Who's killing me?
Campfire. I need more grass. Did I just die?
I did die, and had now used up my one and only life to the looks of it. Night also made me vulnerable to freezing temperatures. Resurrected, I was now at half of my maximum HP.
Day 2.
I wasn't going to experience grass poverty again, so I set out to gather some for the upcoming night, and I stumbled upon this wormhole.
Wormhole? Ugh. Nope, not ready.
My bravery had not increased since my latest night escapade, so I was not about to see what that whole thing was about just yet. I was unaware where I had died, but I got lucky when I went to check one of my rabbit traps and all my things were still available for the ground and still intact. I also got to see my trap work in real time.
Woo! Well, hello. Whoa, dark creatures. Oh, no. Let's see here. I'm low on sanity.
Along with everything else. I finally made the connection, but I couldn't be too hard on myself. I hadn't seen any effects of my low sanity until now. I continued my day by gathering wood for the pyre.
Ooh, miner's hat. Gold and stuff. Gold nugget. Okay, let's see. Campfire. Yep. Build a campfire.
I collected the goods provided by this generous cadaver, but I was running out of inventory space, so I made room by dropping this mysterious ring for now.
Can I cook food over the campfire? I can cook the rabbit.
You can cook food in the game, and it's a vital mechanic to stay alive. Produce only stays fresh for so long, and cooking it reduces the spoilage. It's the same with animal carcasses. With my new mining gear, I could walk away from the comforting campfire. I found a rock and mined my first niter. There was a lot of rocks nearby, so I continued to mine through the night and day. You're able to toggle the light on and off, but the night is full of terrors, and I'm scared. I'm also thick in the head.
Use alchemy engine to build a prototype. I just built a science machine. It doesn't do anything.
With the science machine, you're able to build new prototypes of weapons and tools. Once built, you don't need the science machine anymore. With the battery depleted in my miner's hat, I built a more efficient fire pit near these rocks and crafted another pickaxe. I set another trap, and with my tools in hand, I mined a few rocks. Spiders came walking by, so I killed them and grabbed their monster meat. As I was hungry, I cooked it by the fire for a delicious meal. It was not a good move. Turns out monster meat lowers both your HP and sanity and should only be used as a last resort for your hunger needs. With my low sanity, the shadow monsters weren't so passive anymore.
How do I fix this? Seeds. Away! But there's still this guy. Okay, attack him. Is he dead? I'm dead.
2 days. I survived 2 days. That's nothing.
Oh, this guy again. Is it the same world or is it newly generated? It's a new world probably.
Yes, it is. The world is never the same, and it's unique for your playthrough. For this attempt, I decided to see to my hunger needs and try to eat more as the day went on.
These guys, what are these guys? Buffaloes. They're too big for me.
They were too big for us, but they were friendly, so I paid them no mind. I built and placed a trap here instead.
Could pick up some manure, some poo. Do I need poo?
I joked about it at the time, but poo would become very valuable and needed in the future. Who would have known?
Day 1 is running out. Do I have everything I need for a campfire? Yes, I do.
Checking so that I have enough materials for the night would become a regular occurrence for me, even though there would be some close calls here and there.
There's a road here. The one road in Don't Starve. Just follow the road. Leads you everywhere.
That wasn't 100% accurate, but walking on roads increases your movement speed, so it's wise to use them to get around faster. I built a couple of more traps and placed them by these rabbit holes.
Okay, sanity is going down. Is that because it's getting dark? So I should probably do a campfire right away. Let's do a campfire over here. It's still going down though.
I was still figuring out why my sanity was going down during the evening and night. I harvested this rabbit from my trap and cooked it.
I'm hesitant to go away from my campfire here.
So I stayed in the vicinity of the fire while chopping wood, collecting some grass and twigs.
What? Why did that tree just grow? Growing trees. I don't like that.
I'm going on and on about things I don't like, but I really do enjoy the game so far, and the art style is right up my alley.
Now I have 200 again. But why? Why? Why?
Flowers actually do increase your sanity upon pickup. You can also craft a garland to passively increase your sanity during the day and offset the sanity drop during the night.
Oh, it's night. Stand close to the campfire.
No.
Torch, build, torch. Go. I don't have any grass.
0 days.
That was worse than my first attempt.
I've had 2 pretty miserable attempts so far, but that wasn't going to stop me. I had a great feeling about this next one. A couple of lessons learned from the first 2. A campfire does not last through dusk till dawn. Check so you always have enough materials for a campfire to survive the night. And when in doubt, craft a torch, but please, equip it. I gathered everything in my path and quickly noticed that this world was a lot kinder to me. It provided me with berries, carrots, flowers and more right in the vicinity where I woke up. With a twig and a flint, I was able to build an axe fairly quickly and chop down this pine tree. Remember one of my lessons from before? Check so you always have enough materials for a campfire to survive the night.
Oh, I see gold.
I found gold just lying about, so I collected the available nugget, but I didn't sleep on collecting more logs for the upcoming fire needs.
I'm not gonna f with that beehive.
I was not equipped to take on 6 enraged killer bees just yet. Actually, it might have been a talent issue. I created and placed a trap near a rabbit hole, and I was hesitant at first, but I managed to talk myself into checking out this mysterious wormhole.
Maybe you can go to a wormhole to survive the night.
Pardon my total goofballery here, but that was obviously not the case. The wormhole eats you up and spits you out the other end, far, far away. Doing so, it also lowers your sanity by 10. I ate a few of my berries and I killed a spider. It provided me with its monster meat, but also seemed to alert the other spiders, and they came scuttling towards me.
Hit up his cousins right away.
The arachnophobe in me ran away. I investigated the area a little bit more, but ultimately decided
I don't like this place.
So I made my way back through the wormhole, not knowing if it would take me back to my original position. But that's exactly what it does. And there are more wormholes to different locations throughout the game. Night arrived. I did cut it a little too close for comfort, But at least I came prepared this time. And I made myself a torch to see if I could leave the safety of the campfire. In the process, I lit the forest on fire and got a surprise package of ashes. I continued day number 2 with collecting grass for a trap and this grass suit. As a result, I needed more grass so that I could make more traps and safely put up a campfire. Is this going to be one big grass farm fest? I don't know why, but night always comes as a surprise for me. My heart was beating out my chest. I also wasted a lot of materials making both a campfire and a torch, but it's better to be safe than sorry. I burnt down part of the forest to gain more ashes. It was the only thing I felt comfortable doing during the night. At the break of next day, I tried burning down this beehive for its goodies, but unfortunately this also seemed to have burned the goodies. I came across a forest of berries guarded by a pig, worshipping what can only be a totem of pig heads. Real dark stuff. The way to avoid damage in this game is to kite your enemies in between hits, something I often forget. Having finally dealt with the bacon, I proceeded with picking the berries. Ooh! Oh, there's a lot of gobbles. A wild turkey burger and his friend appeared. I chased one off and to my despair, I realized I'd been played by a creature with the brain size of a walnut. Did he eat my berries? Ah, indeed. I then gathered some wood and set up a campfire. I tried to light the pig kennel, but sadly that didn't work. To my stupidity, I accidentally lit the bushes. I picked up the ashes, which I haven't figured out the use for yet. It was a nice fire though. I then made my way across the map. I gathered what I could and was able to corner a turkey. He gave me 2 drumsticks. What a feast. If I survive day 4, that's the furthest I've ever gotten in this game, so. A milestone to be proud of, I'm sure. I feel stuck already. Something to soothe the nerves. Oh, a light bulb went off. A garland might solve all my issues with insanity. It had become so bad that I've started seeing things in the dark. Ooh, stay away. Dark eyes. Nope. I got my campfire, stay away. The safety of a campfire never disappoints. The next day we gathered flowers for the garland to soothe our mind, but it started to rain, so we opted for a pretty parasol instead. Do I need one of these? Note that there's an umbrella that probably works better against the rain, but my sanity increased while wearing it, so it would have to do. Okay, so I need to combat the environment in order to feel safe. Probably. We deal with probables here, people. Plugged sinkhole. I found a plugged sinkhole that I didn't know what to do with yet, so I gathered the nearby rocks instead. Chop, 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 chop. Oh, my axe broke. During dusk, my pretty parasol became useless and didn't generate any sanity, so I unequipped it thinking it would keep its durability for longer. Yeah, I heard it. Scary sounds in the night. I paid them no mind. I was contemplating getting the garland as well. Maybe that works during the night. The next morning, I was ambushed by a panting dog. Oh, what's this? Woo! Away with you! Ah! I'm guessing he's not friendly. Quite the observation. What with the whole attacking thing? He's still after me. He kept chasing me, and with no weapon on me, I didn't have much choice but to craft something. What do? I made the super correct decision in making another torch and tried to fry him. Burn, you bastard! And when I finally got him down, his meat was already cooked. No, don't! I accidentally ate it, giving me another hit on my overall well-being. Sanity was low and somewhat of a commodity, so I set out to get flowers for that garland. But when you look for a specific thing, you tend to find other things. I found a box thingy. I found a gnome character. And a spear. Strapped for inventory space, I left the gnome for now. Right after I found flowers, so I threw the box in the gutter as well. I'm gonna remove this box thing, because I don't know what it does. Survival was the priority. I had covered quite a lot of ground, but I was back in the general starting area. Let's just wait here until the darkness has gone past. The next morning, I picked enough flowers for the legendary garland. With that, I could now have a weapon equipped instead of a parasol, and still get sanity. It's the small victories. Berries. Stale. Oh no. What happens if I eat a stale berry now then? Organic matter does not stay fresh, and stale food is not as effective for your hunger or overall health. For day 8, I kept collecting flowers, as that was the only way I knew how to regain sanity, except for the garland and parasol, which also requires flowers. I came across this funny thing. Eye bone. Open Chester. Who are you? Chester's a great companion for that extra inventory space. He arrives when you find and pick up the eye bone. Are you mine now? Are you mine? Are you just following me now? Chester follows the eye bone. Wherever that is, Chester will be. With my new companion, the world didn't look so grim. We found a parrot pirate talking about sinking treasure, and I made Chester pull his own weight for our combined success. Then we got chased by these 8-legged weirdos. Or at least I was. Chester, are you alive? Oh, he's sleeping during the night. Should I also be sleeping during the night? Can I sleep during the night? Everyone else is sleeping. Why can't I sleep? Look at my eyes. Super tired. I now had enough to build a science machine, which promised to unlock new recipes for crafting, but I didn't want to put it down nilly-willy. I investigated a suspicious dirt pile left by food. An animal. I built and set traps near these rabbit holes for some delicious conies, and managed to scare one of the rabbits directly into the trap. My inventory was stocked again, so I sorted it out with Chester, including the eye bone controlling Chester. This would cause a lot of extra trouble and a major headache for me. I sacrificed a meal for these rabbit earmuffs, a fussy little bit of warmth, because why not? Chester! Where's Chester? Oh, he's up here. Chester, what are you doing? Chester, why aren't you moving? You tired? Maybe he is. Do you have too much stuff? Is that it? That you can't move because you have too much stuff? It weighs too much? In the end, I got lucky that I placed the eye bone back in my inventory. But that would sadly not be the end of that. Day 10 had arrived, and I was out collecting grass and berries when I ran into these pond residents. And I of course wanted their juicy legs and spoils. They put up a hell of a fight. They even gave poor old Chester a hard time. I got 5 hoppity legs as a reward for our epic battle. Okay. Oh, I can rotate the screen. I didn't know that. I'm a genius. It took me 13 days before realizing this. This world can be harsh against those with noodlehead syndrome. I've actually discovered quite a bit of this now. Right? Maybe not. The rabbit earmuffs and garland showed to make no difference to my sanity during night. This was bad news. Something is stirring. Day 11. This has got to be some kind of a what the fuck? Our not so much of a canine friend was back, but this time I didn't mess about and made him eat the sharp end of my spear. He tried to kill Chester. Does he have HP? Chester can be killed, but a quick Google made me think it won't be easy for him to die, as he possesses over 400 in HP and regains around 20 HP each second. How do I regain more HP? Can I cook a carrot? Roasted carrot. That gave me a couple of HP points, right? Turns out that the majority of cooked food regenerates a couple of health points. And why on earth didn't I think I could cook carrots like everything else in the game? The game is not the only thing that's scary right now. I crafted a grass suit for a small amount of protection, and finally built the science machine. Refine tightly woven coils of usefulness. But it's locked though. Never mind. It's not locked anymore. By refining some grass into rope, I finally figured out the menu with the science machine. After making a prototype from a blueprint, you don't need the science machine to make more of it. I also created a log suit, voiding the grass suit I just made. I spent a whole 24 hours looking through the crafting menu. The next day I collected some poop and explored the savannah a bit. You could build structures, so I feel like maybe you should collect all the materials for setting up a base camp or something. Because you could build a gate and stuff, so that you're safe during the night. A great idea. That was the new objective. We just didn't know where to start. I found some cut stone from this quiet fella. I walked past some spiders, but I didn't yet feel efficient enough combat-wise, so I hopped on through. How you gain experience without doing something hadn't occurred to me just yet. I found another cadaver with some free logs and a free shovel? Jackpot! My petals was about to spoil, so I made another garland and ate the hoppity legs from before. As I made my way back to my science machine, I found this ring thing again. Picked up some poop while Chester got attacked by one of the beefaloes. They had never given me any trouble before. Oh, Chester, come on! So this was out of the ordinary. I slapped Mr. Beefalo in his stupid beef face and asked him kindly to stop knocking about. Yeah, back it up. I refined logs to boards, created and placed a few more rabbit traps, and it didn't take long until we had caught the little buggers. What? Did he disappear? The rabbit had eluded my trap, running straight into his precious hole. I looked through the science machine for a new prototype and found a hammer. Maybe I can smash a house, like the pig house. I prepared a delicious rabbit meal and came to the conclusion that I need more sustenance. I need more food. I really do need some more food. I left Chester behind, took my hammer and smashed this pig house. I got some boards, cut stones, and 2 pigskins for our hard work. That's a lot of stuff. The eviction notice wasn't enough. I also murdered the walking bacon. It gave me another pigskin. I put down even more traps and found what I thought to be a good spot to set up our first camp. Ooh, basic farm. Metal potato thing. I tried to plant this carrot for more carrots, but the only thing that took was seeds. The next morning, I harvested the resource the farm had to offer. Right above my camp, I found a swamp and picked my first reeds. I also found a corpse in the swamp that gave me all kinds of goodies, like a blueprint for a bird cage, boards, cut stones, a hammer, and a football helmet to protect my fragile noggin. Learning a blueprint gives you the possibility to craft a specific item without having to prototype it first. It also restores 15 insanity, not that I noticed. I tried to harvest this spiky bush, but it was spiky. Ouch! And inventory space was scarce again, so I dropped off a few items at my camp, including my helmet. I ventured deeper into the swamp. I found a mosquito sack and picked more reeds when a long freaky dinky appeared and tried to slap me.
Oh. What are those?
As I was distracted by this green man-fish, I got slapped big time. I tried to do some slapping on my own, but this green idiot showed up and was very protective of his personal belongings. As one should be.
Merm house. Okay.
I tried another house, but
I'll destroy the... Oh, I'm not gonna destroy that house. 4 mermen. Oof. Dangerous people.
I left the swamp and the comfort of my new camp. I decided it might be best to start moving Chester and the science machine up to our new farm. I did what you're not allowed to do and googled. Apparently these dogs spawn every 3 to 13 days and their number seems to increase for every cycle. I attacked this beehive and got the hang of kiting a little bit better. I got stingers, and destroying their beehive got me both honey and a honeycomb. I was really hungry, so I ate the honey, which also gave me room to store the honeycomb. Feeling penisy, I attacked another beehive.
I love the sound when they die.
The game had me turning dark, a total nut job on loose. I must have been on the booze.
Blueprint.
I ran past this gnome again. This time I took him with me. I attacked and killed a few more bees and got another blueprint. I left with 3 honeycombs and a brooming self-confidence. Getting back to Chester, I noticed that I may have left the rabbits alone a little too long, as they now had turned into stale morsels. I refined rocks into cutstone and reeds to papyrus. I made beeswax out of one of my honeycombs, as I thought it could help preserving food for a longer period of time, but I couldn't apply it to anything.
I just don't know what to get. I feel very lost. Very, 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 very lost.
I wasn't able to get Chester to move, so I left the items I didn't need and made my way back towards my base, getting some more honey on the way.
It's raining a lot.
It poured down the whole day. I got back to my camp and cleared up a few things for inventory space before making my trip back to Chester. Too bad I didn't reflect on the harvestable crops. I could have used the food on my trip. I was still the biggest of goofballs. I came across another sinkhole and took a sneak peek.
What is this? This is something else.
Picking up a light bulb flower in this underground lair turned the light off, and in turn, turned me off exploring this cave any further.
Ooh. No! Oh, dude, I thought they took my rope. That would have been bad. Bad.
That place was mighty scary. Back up top, I was short gold for an alchemy machine. Throwing my axe against these rocks remedied the situation rather quickly. Back at site B, my traps had caught a few more rabbits and turned the stale old morsels into rot. I stayed clear of that and ate my freshly caught conies. It hurts me a lot to look at this now and see how much time I wasted on not understanding the mechanics of Chester and why he didn't move. It's painful. As I was low on wood, I went out and chopped the day away. And if I only could get Chester to move, we could
set up camp, start a family. Can not starve together, you know? That would be great.
In the state of my goofballery, I moved the eye bone by accident and some other stuff from Chester, still thinking he had a limit to what he could carry. We left the ring, the gnome, shovel, science machine, and some cut stone.
Chester, what's troubling you? What's weighing you down? Here we go.
Life was rough, but we were on our way. We collected what we could on our way up to the base. Upon our arrival, we noticed that we could now harvest our farms. We got our first durian fruit, dragon fruit, and an eggplant. We dropped off the eye bone and sorted out our inventory. I crafted another garland.
Soothe them nerves.
I tried our new produce. They did refill the stomach quite well. It started to rain heavily during the night, so I crafted a new parasol and admired our new look.
Oh, how beautiful.
That is top drip, my G. All I see is flames. In the morning, I was attacked by these hounds again, and they came in all colors now.
No. Oh! Blue hound. I don't have a weapon.
I ran up to the swamp, and I couldn't resist gathering these mosquito sacks as they restore HP.
Oh, these are good. Kill the dogs, not me. Oh, my lord, there are 4 of them. La 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 la. Everything is fine with the world. Beefalo, get the beefalo.
I tried to get the beefalo involved. My plan somewhat worked, and they were now separated. I finished them off one by one.
Die.
Whew. I got my first hound teeth, and checking my traps, the rabbits now had their winter coat on. Not that I noticed.
Can one disassemble the science machine?
Turns out one can. I broke it with my hammer and I got some material back. I picked up as much stuff as I could and I made my way back towards site A.
What the f*** is this? Penguins. Should I kill them? Are they... Oh, this was a mistake. This was a mistake. I've got penguins after me. Oh, box thing. Ah. No. Yeah. Leave. Leave. Thank you. Has the season changed? Is that why penguins are coming?
Yes. It was now almost full-fledged winter. And with winter comes the cold, famine, and deadly penguins. I don't know how I couldn't have noticed that the entire screen now had a blue tint. But that's Don't Starve for you. Stress, stress, and more stress.
Don't you touch Chester. I do need food.
I was going to hunt for sustenance when the cold came creeping in.
Oh, no! Winter is coming. Oh, it's blah, blah.
In my panic state, I managed to get a Game of Thrones reference in there, which I feel anyone would get in nowadays, whether one tried or not.
Earmuffs. Did you have the earmuffs?
I tried my earmuffs, but they didn't seem to help, so I put the garland back on. Even though the earmuffs doesn't make us resistant to the cold, they do actually increase the insulation time before we start to freeze. I was a rock or two short for a new science machine, so I went out to get an extra.
I must say, I'm a little bit scared of what's gonna happen during winter. Like, am I gonna survive? Not sure.
I was pooping my pants, alright? We built a new science machine and set up a cozy fire to get warm.
Oh, is this gonna f me up with food and stuff?
You betcha. No more food from farms or berry bushes, unless the berry bush was ungathered from before.
I just need food. Just need a bunch of food.
Winter also seems to increase one's profanity by 350%.
Guano. Pick up egg. Oh, eggs.
I wanted those eggs, so I tried to steal them, but the penguins were lightning fast, like really fast.
Give me the eggs. Can I eat guano?
Times were tough. I considered eating poop.
Eggs should be really good, shouldn't they? There's no food. There's no food. Carrots! Yes.
I've never been so happy seeing a carrot in my life, but my happiness didn't last long in this treacherous season of winter, as I came upon a pack of walruses with a blowgun.
He just shot me! Whoa! Oh, 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 oh. Winter is tough.
It hasn't even been a day of winter, and I'm on the brink of collapse. I kept warm by smashing this pig house.
It's dusk. So cold. Now I need my earmuffs. Right? Oh, it's rapidly... Oh, sh...
I was now losing health points from freezing temperatures.
Build a campfire.
I cooked and ate what I had. A couple of carrots and a few petals to soothe the pain. Looking for what food sources I possibly had nearby, I saw an igloo and decided to try and attack that tomorrow morning. Meanwhile, I chopped wood for the fire, and the forest seemed to have taken offense to my chopping as a big tree came alive. Hell on earth.
What's this now then? Torch. Make a torch. Oh, no way. Getting a few characters here. 22 days. It's haunted by her twin sister, feels comfortable in the dark. That's gotta count for something, but doesn't hit very hard. The gentleman scientist. He can grow a beard. He's neutral.
I was quite pleased with my last attempt. I made it to winter, and the day-to-day survival skills, although not great, was a lot better. But alas, I ultimately perished to the cold and a tall idiot.
How do we begin this run? I feel like I've been standing too much still on the map. I should explore more is what I'm trying to say.
For this attempt, we're aiming to explore more of the map, discover more areas, and cover more ground in general. I gathered the essentials to get started and got crafting an axe.
That's a problem with this game. You're going to the side, you're going off your way to get something, and then you see something else, and then you see something else, and then you see something else, and you're moving in the wrong direction.
Yes, a low attention span can really be detrimental in this game. I ran into beefalo early, and I collected their lovely poop.
Did I just run faster on the road? Yes, I did. Didn't I?
Yes, I did. Different roads have different amounts of extra speed, but you're somewhere around 25 to 50% faster traversing roads, which was great news for us. I borrowed a log suit and a few borscht from this gentleman, and killed these spiders I ran into for their silken glands, which can be used in a lot of different blueprints. I went after their nest as a bonus, and happened upon this crank thing. It was late, so I set up camp and kept the spider mayhem going through the night. I now use the keyboard instead of the mouse for regular actions, but I was still using the mouse to attack my foes. You can use the keyboard for attacks as well, but let's keep it to one major change at a time, okay? The next morning I cleared the remaining spiders, giving me a total of 8 silk and 5 whole glands. I made my way up further up the road where I ran into this juicy fella.
Is he a friend? Is he friendly? Can I feed him? Oh, he doesn't want it. Okay. A flint? Does he want a flint? Crank thing. Fine.
Don't take my gifts. The king of pork was obviously a mammal that liked the finer things. A connoisseur. What is this? Is that one of those big spiders? It's just grass and twigs. Hay wall. I didn't want to offer him a free meal on the house right now. I ran out of road, so I made my way back to the savannah and took a left down the dirt road. I greeted the mighty beefalo and thanked them for their droppings. I collected my 12th flower and threw together a garland for a sanity check. The next day I went looking for ore and found a field brooming with it. Ah, here we go. Walrus camp. I haven't seen any walruses. Oh! I was invested in the walrus camp when a reverse ostrich came attacking me. Stay away. I need my gold though. I left Daddy Longlegs behind, got my gold and collected a few more nuggets before leaving for the savannah, looking for possible settlement options when I found... Oh, what's this? Activate Maxwell's door. You will need to survive 5 worlds, each randomly generated to present a new challenge. Push, not yet. I cleared up the nearby many an eye creatures and set up the science machine. What can we build? Backpack. That was the good stuff. With my new pack on the back, I had expanded my inventory with 8 slots and could fit both my new shovel and hammer. I collected grass from the savannah all the way up to this pine forest. A little further exploration and I came across these funky flowers. What are those? What are these? I got chased by a swarm of angry killer bees protecting their own. Inside here though was a honeycomb hideout. Lots of honey here. Should get myself a net and try and catch them. Hello. Enough honey and bees for years to come, I'm sure. A bit further up from the flying menace, I came to this weird looking chessboard with mechanical creatures. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, what is that? Getting a feel for the chessboard, I discovered that they were not too keen on having me close by. Whoa! Did he just do 50 damage? Kinda want to see what that is though. Wooden thing. I don't know. It almost looked like they were guarding the wooden thing in the middle, but I wasn't going to find out right about now anyway. I was scared. I instead equipped my shovel and dug what bushes and saplings and grass I could. I wonder how you win at the game. Can you actually win, or is it just about surviving more days? I haven't really thought about that before. It was a mysterious game, no doubt, but the survival aspect still had me beat so far. On my way further north, I collected more poop and found a small pig community, where nature and swine seem to live in harmony. I of course smacked their houses, stole their berries, and gathered whatever I could. The pigs were so nice they kept me company throughout the night. In the morning we joined forces killing this silly dog. Would it be bad to put your farm near these pigs? They could probably protect me because they're friendly. Maybe I should put up my farm at the Pig King. Maybe that's an idea. So we made our way towards the Pig King. I collected both reeds and poop on the way, as well as bashing in the heads of these spiders. When I arrived at the bacon, I put up both a science machine and an alchemy machine, and we did it close to the spider nest so we could farm both silk and glands. I built 2 farms, made rope for a net to catch bees, and did some landscaping. Before settling in for the night, I cleared up any nearby spiders. Butterflies, right? Murder. For day 8, I caught a butterfly with my new net and gathered as many bees as I could. I just had to watch out for these idiots. I cleared the idiots and then went for the beehives, as we also needed honeycombs for the bee farm. When I left Bee Haven, I had in my possession 19 bees, 17 honey, and 4 honeycombs. A very good catch indeed. I should also get myself a bunch of traps. Just a bunch of traps. On my way home, I thought that perhaps I should also build a few traps to catch rabbits for winter. I don't know if bees will cover our nutritional needs. Back at headquarters, we constructed our bee boxes, killed the pesky spiders, and ultimately decided to remove the nest nearby, as it caused a lot of commotion in the community. Maybe I should have kept it, but I saw it as a risk at the time. I harvested my first crops, and as I had a health and hunger thing going on, I mitigated the situation by cooking and eating a few carrots. I collected wood, replanted my farms and built my first chest to clear up my inventory. Day 11 tested our collaboration skills. My pig plan had so far worked. We collected our first honey from the farm and used up 2 spider glands to heal ourselves. Just a little bit. My garland is slowly decaying. Oh no, sorry. He killed me last time. I'm not gonna f with him now. Get out of here. Tree hugger? The world was surely after us now. I got bit by a bat and was at least happy that disease was not a thing as far as I knew. Well, look at this. Back at base, I harvested our twigs and did some more landscaping, harvested and replanted the farms, and extracted all possible honey. You gotta be careful when harvesting these. Thank you. A lot of honey. I made a few planks for 2 new chests and went out looking for rocks for a more permanent fire pit. My campfire attracted a freeloader. I tried to put a stop to that, but mistakes were made and the freeloader became freeloaders.
Please, let there be daylight.
Day 13 arrived and I made a run for it. I healed up back at camp, and while the bacon squad distracted the spiders, I took out their nest. We now had 21 silk, which would be sufficient for a while now.
You guys are the greatest. Setting up the allegiance with the pig people. Best idea I've ever had, I think.
I made popcorn from the corn and ate it on my way towards the savannah. It didn't do much.
Gonna set a trap here. Gonna set a trap here.
I could only build a couple of them, so I looked and gathered what grass I could.
Whoa! What? Are you mad?
I would also be mad if I had a red poopy butthole.
Leave me alone.
I escaped the crazed red poopy butthole people and kept on collecting rocks, but I went back for that juicy fertilizing poop, keeping my distance from the red poopy butthole mammals. Say that 5 times quick. Red poopy butthole, red poopy butthole, red poopy butthole, red poopy butthole, red poopy butthole. I was hankering for food. I built a new and improved fireplace and put my eggplants on the stove for dinner.
What's that?
While replanting my farms, my attention was captured by this wildflower. I've seen this bud blossom into a weed with 1,000 eyes before, so I popped it as soon as I could, or it would have taken over my magnificent garden. I got a fleshy bulb in return. I then collected honey from my bees and built 2 new farms. Nourishing my bushes, I realized that grass also requires the Beefalo Miracle Cream.
Oh, I need to fertilize the grass as well. Well, hello there.
My catch on day 15 inspired me to set up additional snares to catch any unsuspecting food walking by. Did I say food again? I mean animals.
Let's see if we can store rabbits. Oh, a small beefalo. Oh, he's mad.
We finally got an answer to the mystery of the red poopy butthole situation. It's breeding season, and as you well know, if you got it, you flaunt it. I then created a few more traps, completing our rabbit catching factory. I came back at dusk and gave it another go with the pig king.
What if I give you I couldn't give you weapons. Could I give you a rabbit? No. Boards? No.
Our efforts to please the king didn't go as planned. I stored our catch in one of our chests, and I tried out our new produce.
Ooh, those were good. Rainometer, gunpowder, lightning rod. Thermal stone stores thermal for travel. Crock pot, make better food. What do I need? Cut stone and charcoal.
The usual suspects arrived in the morning. Right after I made a torch to burn down the forest, as we needed much valued charcoal.
Did I do something stupid? Probably. Oh, this is ashes. I need charcoal. Oh, maybe I need... No, it becomes... Does it become charcoal?
Having burnt down the forest, I was a bit confused, but I ended up getting both charcoal and ashes.
Oh, I killed a butterfly.
Too bad I only picked up the charcoal. This gated community was no longer protected by the big yellow spider, so I snuck in and grabbed all that I could before heading back to camp.
This is not good for the bees.
And arguably not for the butterflies either. I refined some much needed cut stone for the pots.
Can we make ourselves a crock pot now? Make better food. I can make 2 of them. Where do I place these crock pots? One over here, and another one over here, maybe. Maybe you can cook monster meat, actually. More poop.
I needed more beefalo cream to fertilize my remaining bushes, which also gave me a golden opportunity to check on my traps.
Ooh, and another one. Ooh, too many.
Inventory space in this game sure is a commodity.
No, look! Their bums are not red. They're not mad anymore.
With no red poopy butt holes in my way, I could safely retrieve their droppings. Life in the savannah was great. I stored my rabbits and had to build another chest, as it was now a little crowded for the conies. These were free-range rabbits, top quality. I wanted to create more farms, but I was missing a key ingredient.
Ah. This is where the rocks are at. That's a long walk.
I cleared up my inventory and headed out for our long journey. On the way, I found silk and gathered what poop I could.
I should have brought some food now that I think of it.
Something my dingus of a head always seems to forget. I found a beehive that I whacked with my spear, collecting their honey. Arriving at Stonehenge, we started bashing, all while keeping our distance to the reverse ostrich. Those tall legs can really do some damage. They work as pendulums, you know? The eyeball was an early bird that gets the worm. I wouldn't stop harassing my mining operation. I left the area 59 rocks richer and with a whole bunch of niter. I grabbed a few more bees on my way home, and my beefalo friends had a fresh batch of chocolate laying around, so I acquired that.
Don't mind if I do. Thanks, guys.
I was hungry, so I remedied that with a few stale morsels that I picked up on the way. The next morning I harvested and replanted my farms, as well as feeding my sounder of pigs, which yielded an interesting result.
Oh, okay. You're part of my entourage. Cool. I've got a pig entourage.
It was official. I was one with the pigs. I built a few more boxes of bees when I accidentally swung my spear in the wrong direction.
Oh. Sorry. No. No, 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 no. Don't kill each other. Oh, did I fuck up? Did I fuck up? I don't want to fuck up. Did I fuck up? I don't want to la 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 la. Why?
Going back to the scene of the crime, I could only count to 3 pigs. I had inadvertently killed my entourage of 1. This was sad news.
Drying rack. That's not bad, is it?
I thought a drying rack might help me with my food supply during winter, and perhaps drying monster meat could prove useful too.
I haven't used a crock pot yet. Oh, you need 4 ingredients, do you?
While my crockpot brewed, I accidentally made 2 shovels. I was supposed to make a shovel and a pitchfork to try and move the hay walls I found earlier.
Oh, it's getting... I think it's getting colder.
Winter was almost here, and with that the freezing temperatures. I collected the last berries I had for winter, realizing I'd forgotten to fertilize the bushes I set out to do. My bacon posse took care of the reoccurring stray dog problem that this island or wherever we are seems to have. As we got some monster meat, I put it in the crockpot to see if it would yield a more healthy and non-monsterary dish. I then went down and secured a few rabbits from my traps.
Are the days getting shorter?
Something I didn't notice last time. Depending on which season we're moving towards, the days tend to either get longer or shorter. I stored my rabbits and gathered what can only be our last harvest before winter. My bees also seem to have given up by now.
Monster lasagna. Oof.
The monster meat plan seems to have failed for now, but in the other one I got a stuffed eggplant. Hey, baba ganoush. I headed up towards the haywall. I tried to use my pitchfork and shovel to move and use them as a fence for our HQ, but all I got was dirt. I cleared a few spiders for their silken glands to make healing potions. As I also need ashes for this, I burnt down the other side of the forest.
Oops.
This time, the amount of ashes was slim to none. I only walked away with 7 for now. I made my healing salve.
20.
I wasn't overly impressed with the amount of healing you get for the amount of work you have to go through to get this holistic healing. I tried more recipes in the crockpot, corn and honey, and I harvested my second monster lasagna. Come day 23, I built another chest, and I was about to leave the camp when I forgot.
I need food. I need to eat.
Desperate times calls for desperate measures. I tried the monster lasagna.
What happens? HP went down. Yeah, monster meat is no good.
My sanity also took a beating from the rancid meat. I put on 2 more crockpots, one with only skinned conies and one with morsel and honey.
Getting super stressed out by winter. Super stressed out. Like I'm not gonna survive.
I went down to my now one and only source of food, and I sacrificed a meal for these rabid earmuffs.
Not sure if that helps.
They do add some more insulating time before you start to freeze out in the cold.
There's not gonna be any flowers now, are there? So cold. Oh, now I'm losing HP. Campfire. How am I gonna get back?
I checked the menu for something to help with the cold, but nothing was available for me to craft at the time, so I had to wait by the fire until the next day.
Thermal stone. I've seen a thermal stone here somewhere. Survival, maybe light? No?
With my remaining flower petals, I made a pretty parasol to regain some of my sanity.
Ah, they actually do fix honey during the winter.
No, you plumbers. They actually don't. I was just lucky they finished their batch before it got too cold. Their honey needle is all dried out for winter now.
Spicy meatball. Honey nuggets. All right.
I got my last honey for the season and fired up my crockpots with honey and rabbit meat.
Okay, good, good. I like it. Meatballs.
The meatballs were great, not only lowering my hunger, but also gave me a real chunk of health points.
Keep your noggin warm. That's what we need. Beefalo. Ooh. Whoa.
Fighting beefalo scares me. They're big and often come in great numbers.
Warm, but not that warm. Puff it was warm enough for winter storms. Winter colophant trunk. I need to go out and kill people. Thing is, I suck at combat, so I'm just scared. What should I do? What should I do?
I looked for more spider glands, but these big yellow arachnids were too big for me and I didn't want to die in the beginning of winter again.
Would be so nice to kill one of these beefalos.
One can only dream of slaughtering these kinds of beasts. With my inventory stuck with rabbits, I went home and was followed by a bat. I got a basilisk wing after a somewhat dangerous and close call with the Reaper.
I almost died.
Did you see that? Let's pause the video right here. Do you see? A bird right in front of the camera. A nice little detail I noticed here in the edit. Very cool. Alright, on with the video. I cleared my crockpots and tried out my new dish.
Honey nuggets is the way to go.
They gave me 20 HP, 5 insanity, and a heap of the not so hungry anymore units, so I obviously cooked some more of it. My sanity was still more than a little cracked. I needed a solution.
By picking flowers, you can get your sanity up
I could go into the cave, but I don't have, like, a miner's hat. Thermal stone. Stop looking for it and you'll find it. I built said thermal stone. Do I leave it by the fire? I'm guessing so. Is it a tool? Razor? Oh, these hellish hounds were at it again. I had so many friendlies nearby that I almost didn't have to do anything. As always, I got some monster meat for the trouble. With my HP in the gutter, I figured I should go out and get some more ashes and craft more healing salve. The honey nuggets helped a bit as well. Honey nuggets. It's fucking stressful, this game. Did I burn the whole forest? Yeah, almost. Who needs a forest anyway? I lit the remaining trees for that beautiful ash, and these guys showed up again. I made my healing salve and restored what HP I could. I can try one. Here's hoping you can use one monster meat in the crockpot and cook a non-toxic dish for good use. I didn't have any regular flowers to pick, and no petals stored. And all I knew that would restore sanity was a pretty parasol or a garland. I got desperate. Pick evil flower. That's gonna drain that quite a lot. Dark petals. Eat. My in-game sanity seems to directly correlate with my in-real-life sanity. This was not a sound idea. I ended up draining my sanity even more. I built a drying rack and hung up monster meat to dry. Harvesting my crockpots, I didn't comprehend that I've just made honey nuggets from part monster meat. This was a great success. I just didn't know it yet. This big tree hugger is still in his costume. I stayed clear of him and collected what rabbits I could from my traps. Walking past this hole to the underground, I decided to take a look. I was hoping for all kinds of goodies down there. Let's just check this out quick. Maybe there's flour underground. Going to be cold down here? I had my earmuffs and my thermal stone with me. Although not up to temperature, but I didn't notice any change for now. What is this? Some sort of rabbit land? 8 rabbit hutches. There were no giant rabbits in sight, so I grabbed everything I could. Get the rope! One, no! Rabbits! I got a good feeling about this run. I've got a really good feeling about this run. Even though I died in the most horrific way possible, at the paws of giant rabbits, there were still lots of good stuff to take from our last attempt. Crockpots are a great way of utilizing monster meat. Setting up camp near our friends with the curly tails helped with the dog issue. I just need to cook more food, sew together warmer garments, and get the thermal stone for that extra bit of warmth, and I should be okay. Day 1. Soon done. Upon day 2, I found this gentleman giving out free planks of wood. And to put together warmer garments means one thing and one thing only. We're gonna have to take the fight to the beefalo. Where's all the beefalo? Here they are. Okay, let's see if we can do this. 2 of them. How many hits is this gonna take? Die, please. At least the other one had given up, so I was only fighting one furball now. Ah, we did it. Oh, I don't have any space. We got what we wanted and more. Beefalo wool, meat, and a beefalo horn to toot. I found the stray furball and whacked him in the noggin a couple of times too. We now had 6 wool, 8 meat, and we didn't take too much damage either. Our assassination skills were getting better. Great news. I built a science machine and put together this backpack. Scrolling through the menu, I saw this thing, the ham bat, a long juicy club made of protein. We just need to find and skin a pig. The next day we found our first touchstone. Lovely, more of those please. And we made ourselves a hammer for all our smashing needs. I found another herd of beefalo, collected their poop and used one of their horns to toot. I call upon the beefalo. Is that it? Oh, they follow me. They weren't very quick, but perhaps you could lure them and make them a great addition to our future farm. What is this? Chest? Fire staff ashes? Beefalo wool? With the already established wooden fence, this will make a great place to set up camp. The rest of the day we collected more rocks, gold, and refined cut stone. Oh, not you again. Whew. You cut down one tree and this doofus makes it his life goal offing you. Let's just double check if there's some goodies down here. That's all I'm gonna do. We're not gonna die or anything. We're just gonna go down, check it out. Practicing my somersault, I saw a giant ant made out of rock. I stayed clear of whatever it was and collected a few samples from the nearby ore. Sadly, there were no new types of rocks to gain. I went up again, cause you know, giant ants. Don't argue with me. I had already died from giant rabbits the round before. Enough is enough. Back at the surface, I found some mining equipment. I had more than enough gold and didn't want to use up another slot in the inventory, so I left a nugget. I also just learned how to pronounce inventory correct. I hope. Here we go, pigskin. With all the necessary materials, I went back and built the alchemy machine, and I crafted the legendary bat of meat. I then ran up to my new prospect and stored what materials I could in this chest, and prepared for the next day by digesting some protein. We also understood what these sounds indicated now. Hounds are gonna come. Progress. Surely enough, they came. With the new bat, all we needed was 3 hits for them to perish. More progress. Feeling rich, I made tools out of gold. Bling bling, drip drip, all I see is flames. Too bad I got no one to impress. And I smashed both machines for the respective materials so that I could set them up at the new site later on. Spooders. Spooders. Down there. I made my way to our arachne friends and was pleasantly surprised by the effectiveness of our meat stick once again. We got our first silken glance for the round. I continued the rampage by hammering down this pig house and killed a few more spiders and smashed their nest. And on my crusade I got reinforcements. Oh, is he with me? He slept through the night while I collected logs. What do we need? Maybe we don't need too much now. I round up and fed 2 more roommates. We made our way toward our upcoming base. In their state of panic, I put up a fire for them to soothe their nerves. The effects must have worn off for one of our friends, because my entourage decided they wanted blood. No. He's with us. He's with us. Guys, sleep. Please don't kill each other. No. We woke up with 1 less pig. I set up camp with our science and alchemy machine, and with enough materials, we created 2 new houses for our muddy friends. Oh, I get a pig as well. Okay. As we got a pig with every house we built, we were now overbooked. And I might as well just kick his ass. Oh! Why the... They went mad. I must admit, it was quite foolish of me thinking they wouldn't protect their fellow bacon. I grabbed the marble, nightmare fuel, and a few other things on my way back and double-checked so their anger had subsided. I collected my gear, planted my grass, built a farm and chest, and went out collecting a few rocks for a fire pit. It was a full moon, and during a full moon, you're under the protection of the moonlight, which means no scary monsters under the bed. The f*** is this? But you're not protected from whatever monster the full moon might bring. We had a werepig situation going on back at camp. Why are you mad? Is it because my sanity is too low? No, it's just because of the full moon. They can also turn into werepigs if you feed them too much monster meat. I didn't want this furry pig so close to the camp, so I made the same mistake I've already done 3 times before. Oh yeah, these guys. Please stop attacking me, sir. My hunger was at an all-time low. I took care of that with a few sticks of meat and then went out and picked some flowers for the sake of my sanity. The shadow monsters was back in full form. Does the ring mean that it's summer? I haven't seen that before. Is that it? It's summer, right? It is summer, but that ring only means that it's daytime. I'm going to give you points for trying though, you thick beaver. I had a shovel, so I shoveled my way to some shovel bushes and sapling. I was a little too far away from my camp, so I made a fire and stayed the night. If you're smart, you can make a torch and roam around in the dark, but that is unfortunately not a quality I possess. Here they come. I was greeted by the usual suspect, so I took care of him. I then sought out to obtain beefalo meat, but their now well-hidden location had alerted me. Well, the beefalo hiding. I went back to camp, harvested my first crops, and did some landscaping duties. I also made a few traps and set them up here for those delicious conies. Might as well set up a couple of traps over here as well, close to the camp. The next day, I planted my remaining bushes, chopped down a few trees, and burned part of the forest for ashes. During dusk, I checked my traps for food. I mean, rabbits. And as I was quite hungry, they lost their life for the cause. I'm gonna have to cook these and eat them. Some bees was mad at me for trying to steal their hard-earned honey, and my bat of meat was going stale, so I tore this pig house down. I'm not sure this specific pig was the owner, but I didn't want to leave any witnesses, so he had to die. Sorry, dude. On day 14, I whacked a few more pigs, and I had a mental health day, picking flowers to regain some sanity. On day 15, we got back home with this fleshy eye flower, thought it would be a good idea to set up camp, so I smacked its eye sockets. My current theory is that it's a weed infestation from one of our farms, but I have yet to confirm it. I built a new chest, collected rabbits, and quite a few in its stale form. I still needed pigskin for a new bat, and I had forgot to bring one from my chest. This is when the enemy strikes, when you're at your most vulnerable. No meat stick in hand. Mr. Dog and his buddies. Well, I got buddies too. They're called swine, pigs, bacon. Having whack-a-doodled the barkies, I was going to store away this monster meat, but I accidentally ate it. There goes 20 HP. Great. I crafted a new bat and built 2 more chests to hoard rabbits. I harvested my twig farm and got some more grass to create rope for 3 new drying racks. I also hung up some meat to dry. I was in the mood for some sticky delight, so I prepared the bee catching equipment and headed out looking for honeycombs. I caught 18 bees and got 7 honeycombs and 25 stingers. And the bees must have had a plan to expand because I found 4 blueprints as well. I was greeted with rain during my bee hunt and lightning struck before I could harvest the honeycomb from this beehive.
No! What?
To my delight, I at least got some ashes for my trouble.
Freshly caught rabbits.
Traps were brimming with food.
Ugh.
I mean animals.
Hell of a catch. Hell of a catch today.
The incredible catch forced me to build another chest to house them all.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
I collected jerky from the drying racks. Dried food takes significantly longer to spoil than the raw counterparts. They can also hang on the track indefinitely without spoiling until you harvest them. To be clear, it's not something that I found out in the game just yet. You're getting minimal information from everything, so I had to Google it. I feel like if you're smart enough, you can apply some logic to everything, but as I am a total Pumbaa, well, you understand.
Where do I place the bee boxes? Almost no room here.
A Tetris situation was going on in the camp, as the bone remains didn't help with space. I managed to raise 4 bee boxes, and I ate my jerky when I realized my
Monster meat is getting bad. I haven't done any. I need crockpots. I need crockpots. What do I need for a crockpot? Stone, charcoal, and twigs.
Day 20 saw me collecting the materials I need for the pots.
Oh, the rain. It's depressing. Ah, not this guy. I'll burn you. I'll burn you. Stay away.
That was a promise, and I delivered the fire. He didn't die, but as I had to get charcoal for the pots, I kept my distance and set him ablaze whenever I could.
Hounds be coming. It's getting colder.
Winter was almost here, but my immediate threat was the hounds. I found their animation to be a little bit misleading and hard to interpret at times. When do they bark and when do they actually try and bite you?
Oh, there's a lot of them.
Their number seems to increase the longer we survive in the game. How many hounds are we going to face when we're 500 days deep in this game? I started a turf war by involving this pig and the big tree fella.
Oh, is he friendly now? Yeah.
He changes allegiance like one changes underwear. I killed these many-eyed creatures and took their nest, and then chopped a lot of wood. A lot of wood.
Winter is coming.
When penguins show up, it's a clear sign that it's getting cold. I burnt the larger part of the forest and got away with over 70 charcoal and 18 ashes.
Oh, might also just look where this road goes a little bit further because I haven't checked out everything. Sleeping with penguins. Doing everything I can to stay warm.
Spending the night together, we created this human-to-animal bond that you just can't break. They were too slow and couldn't keep up, so I left them behind. Some bond that. I followed the road and found the Pig King's hideout, as well as a new touchstone giving me another shot at this cruel world should I die.
Hammer. Twigs? Pigskins?
What a great find. I made my way back home as the cold crept in. Luckily, I was close enough to the fire pit for some warmth, and I had also crafted a sturdy winter hat and a thermal stone. I was finally prepared for a long winter, with lots of delicious rabbits waiting to be butchered upon my command. I hung up meat to dry and cooked a bunch of different meals that yielded honey nuggets, taffy, and monster lasagna. I harvested my one and only batch of honey for winter and made a log suit and a football helmet.
Yeah, that's crap. And if I eat that, I'm gonna lose. Is it HP?
20! I keep having to rediscover the ratio of monster meat and other ingredients to not make monster this, monster that. Let me know your best tips for retaining information down in the comments because this is getting out of hand. On day 24, I ventured through our traps and collected the spoils of our catch.
Let's see what 4 small jerkies give us if we cook them.
It gave us meatballs, like everything else with meat in them. But in tough times, you can't complain about eating the same dish of meatballs over and over again.
What's that? Honey ham. Honey ham.
The honey ham was a good find, as it also restores 30 HP when you digest it.
Keep your livestock content. Ah, maybe for the pigs. For the pigs. For the pigs.
The pigs will sort themselves out in their house and they don't need a salt lick. But beefaloes, on the other hand, that's a different story.
Here you go, guys. Salt lick for you. Thank me later. I think this is a dead end for beefalo. I don't think there's any more beefalo there. I'll be damned. Some beefalo over here. There's lots of beefalo. And there's too many beefalo here for me to take on right now. That's just gonna be stupid, right? Saddle. I could make a saddle.
An idea struck. I want to ride a beefalo. I created the saddle and tossed in a razor for good measure.
Ooh, maybe I shouldn't have shaved during winter. I'm not sure if that matters.
It actually does matter a tiny bit. The beard, just like the rabbit earmuffs, insulates you a little, keeping your core temperature up a couple of more seconds before you freeze. So keep your beard during winter and shave it during spring, people. I smacked these dogs on the nose and went out to find the mythical beefalo again. But I forgot my thermal stone back at the fire, leaving me receptive to the cold.
What on earth?
that was that day.
The days are so incredibly short right now that I don't get anything done. Maybe if you also had a winter coat, you could stay out as much as you wanted without being affected by the cold, but I didn't have the necessary materials to make one, yet alone the knowledge on where to find them.
When morning comes, I'm going beefalo hunting. Should make one of these as well, just so I have one. Maybe I need to tame one of them before I put a saddle on. Can I give them food? Yeah, they probably eat grass, right? Okay, let's try. Saddle. Ouch! Oh, he's mad. Why is he mad? Mr. Beefalo didn't like me just trying to saddle him up. He needs to be wined and dined first. They wouldn't let up, so I kited them back to camp. My bat also succumbed to rot in the middle of battle. Fortunately, I had my trusty golden pickaxe to finish them off. This didn't go as planned.
No, but we got a lot of wool and meat for our efforts, so it was totally worth it. The log suit also did some good, taking most of the damage.
Honey Nuggets also gives 20 in HP. That's great. Fight. I am bat. A pigskin. I also need pigskin. Where's my pigskin?
I made a new bat out of fresh beefalo meat and found the runt of the litter. I tried to tame him first as he was all alone. No grown-ups in sight.
Can I give you anything? Okay, I'll attack you then.
He was fast and did not yield. I found my poor saddle, and instead of trying to mount one of them, I toot the horn. With the tooting of the horn, I got them to follow me back to camp.
Are they actually... Yeah.
They took to the salt lick I had placed for the swine. I was just a little worried having them this close when the red poopy butthole issues would begin again.
Honey ham. It's no rum ham.
But it's going to have to do. I was low in the rock department, so on day 29 I mined a little, but was quickly interrupted by my nemesis, Tall Idiot. Tall Idiot chased me all across the map.
How am I going to get rid of him?
The freezing temperatures are as a big threat as Tall Idiot right now, so I tossed a few pine cones on the fire as fuel, and as he smashed my fence to pieces I made a torch to burn him.
Ouch. No! Oh, you...
My plan of arson had backfired quite a bit. In my fire-induced rage, I equipped my meat stick and slapped him to pieces.
My camp! Oh, gone. Thanks to you. How are you made up of monster meat? Do not understand. Come on, I just burned my camp down. That's a unfortunate turn of events, I'll say.
The camp was in disarray. Not only did we lose our walls for protection, but we also lost 2 crockpots, and there seemed to be a few casualties for the bacon gang as well. I collected their remains as I didn't want them to go to waste. It's what they would have wanted.
Honey nuggets. It's my jam, yo.
I had collected and stored quite a few dishes. I kept one on me for my daily needs.
I feel like I'm a little bit trapped in this camp. I should get another camp somewhere. Maybe I'd need to use the wormholes actually. I haven't checked.
I couldn't see any more roads leading anywhere, so I assumed that I needed to use the wormholes to get to other parts of the world. On day 31, I tried to steal eggs from these penguins, but with their sleight of hand, they hid their eggs before one could say, well, egg.
Don't have enough sanity for the wormhole right now, is what I feel.
My sanity had taken a hit, so I remedied that by collecting a few flowers and noticed.
But if there are bees here, does that mean that summer is coming? But it's snowing. But why are my bees not active then? Maybe they are now. Maybe I just missed them.
I had to restore the heat in my thermal stone before moving on, so I set up a camp and wouldn't you know it, Tall Idiot showed up.
Woo!
This time I stood my ground. I did, however, attack him without using my log suit or noggin helmet, which is questionable. It's not second nature for me to change gear yet. I got him down and got 6 living logs in return. I chopped the remaining trees in piece.
3, 2, 1, go. Almost. It's good enough.
Day 32 and I did a lot of wood chopping and twig collecting.
You can keep your stinky eggs. I don't want them.
Coming home to camp, we got a nice surprise.
Will you look at that? We can now harvest the bee boxes. They're doing it. That means summer is coming.
Summer is coming and it was great to have honey back as a resource. I also realized that I had exceeded the amount of days from my last attempt. Happy days, happy days. I then tried out one of my honey hams and was pleasantly surprised.
Whoa!
I made a new salt lick for my livestock and sew a new winter hat. I tried to tame one of the beefalos with seeds, but he didn't want them. He was very happy eating my berries though.
Oh!
What? I got the saddle on, but I wasn't allowed to mount him yet. He also threw the saddle off just a minute later.
Oh. Fine. Hounds of Winter came visiting unexpectedly. This time I changed into combat gear, which made it much easier. I also employed and mastered a new fighting technique. Don't try and replicate it. It took years to learn. I got 6 monster meat for the trouble and cooked a few seeds before they got stale. One of the beefaloes, probably the one I fed earlier, came running up begging for more food. But I don't have anything to give you. Unless you want rabbits. Maybe I can give you some honey? I gave up trying to feed him. No? So far the only thing that had worked was the berries, and I didn't have any more of that due to winter. It's almost day 34. Winter's been going forever. Like 11 days. Oh, it's gonna be like day 45 or something, right? Ugh. I feel stuck, trapped. The days are too short. I can't really do anything. I could go into that wormhole. It just feels dangerous, you know? Dangerous. It's dangerous. Dangerous. So I'll go into the wormhole then. Yep. After a night's contemplating, I went through a wormhole, collecting a few penguin eggs on the way. Tasty treats. Woo! On the other side, we came upon a small little farm. I gathered the carrots, twigs, grass, and planted seeds for the farms. I then headed into the swamp above. I picked a spiky bush that was still as spiky as the spiky bush before. Ouch! I used my shovel instead and saw my first reeds to pick. No! What did I do? I have one, right? I do have one. Oh, I'm too far away. Am I gonna die now just because of this? If I'm gonna die now again, I need to make a hammer, axe. I need a flint. The ramblings of a madman. Summer is coming. I can feel it. I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna die. It sure looked like I was on my way out. And the ice-cold rain that greeted me didn't help either. Don't Starve sure likes to kick you when you're down. I collected the provisions I could as well as other interesting things along the way. I found a second-hand pickaxe and got a few flints. I made an axe and collected a few logs. Hunger was high, HP was low, and I was at the brink of a mental breakdown. I was also low on sanity in the game. Get away. Stressed out. Stressed out to the max right now. Oh no, eyes in the dark.
Monster eyes.
Ah. What are you? Shoo! Shoo! Get away! Whew. Oh, I'm getting hungry. Maybe I should go back to my place first. Yeah, I think that's wiser. I have food. I could get me a log suit, football helmet. All I need to not take damage when I get back to take my stuff. That's the reasonable thing to do. And that's what I'm gonna do. Get my sanity up, eat some honey ham. Oh, honey ham. I want you. I need you. What are those? Are they black rabbits? Yeah. Maybe it's because of my sanity. I don't know, I'm not sure. Regular rabbits become beerlings when you have lower than 40% insanity. Killing them gives you monster meat instead of morsels, and there's also a chance of them to yield nightmare fuel. Thank God. I made it back to camp and ate my stale honey. It still gave me a chunk of HP and my sanity remained intact. Thank you, Maxwell. I prepped what I could in the camp. I hung up some meat to dry and refined rope to craft a new log suit for that extra protection going up against the formidable tentacle. Football helmet. Marble, I'm not gonna need. Yeah. This guy, he's on my good side. I pushed a chunk of honey nuggets in my face and headed out to collect my stuff. My brain. It's not much of a brain anymore. A few flowers helped me with the sanity problem, and I hatched a plan at the same time. Get in, get out, get in, get out, get in, get out. Yes. Luckily for me, the tentacle had left the building, and I got my gear back. But no more freebies. I had used up 2 touchstones, and I wasn't sure that there were any more to get in this dark world. On my way back, we got hit with some good old ASMR rain. I got a hold of a few more flowers and made a garland. I was still seeing things in the dark, so I had to get my sanity up faster. Getting back to camp, I remembered that I had blueprints left, and they restore sanity when used. Bam! Not too shabby. I later found out that I could also regain sanity by building new things, but I haven't incorporated that yet. My beefalo livestock was clinging on to me waiting for food, so I made them a new salt lick to get them off my back. And with the rum ham, I was back to an acceptable hunger and health points level. On day 39, I gave beefalo riding another try by feeding him my remaining carrots. Do you need more? Take it all then. I'm a beefalo rider. This is crazy. Can I pick grass when I'm... Yes, I can. This is awesome. It didn't take long until he threw me off demanding more food. Cheeky bastard. This seems to be a regular occurrence when you're riding a beefalo, as he threw me off multiple times. Perhaps if you feed him enough, it will put the throwing off to a standstill. I attacked this beehive while still on the beefalo's back, but I opted to not fight the killer bees. I didn't have enough food to keep up with my beefalo's demands, so I dismounted and gathered what berries and carrots I could. Doing this for you, sir. On foot again, I found the box thing and the gnome. I fed my beefalo and angered some nearby spiders. They must have become really pissed off because they came back at me during the night. How many? How many are you? And it continued through the night. I got a bunch of monster meat, but not a lot of glands or silk, which is to prefer. I got nothing to give you. My beefalo was putting down berries like nothing else. I eventually ran out of food to give him, and he still wasn't satisfied enough for me to ride him. What are these? Red dogs now? Oh, and there's many of them. And you're not helping, are you? He sacrificed his life for mine that day. What a hero. With no weapon and an IQ of 50, why didn't I equip the log suit and take them on like before? I abandoned my dead beefalo friend and ran for it. I got some help from his family when I got back home. I made the food I could to restore my HP and planted the berry bushes we collected earlier. Honey nuggets helped me get back to a good level of health. I then fertilized the bushes with some poop. I planted the remaining saplings and made another lick stick for the livestock. What should I do? I'm lost. I feel like super lost.
God damn it! We lost! We fucking super lost, man!
I need something to preserve food. Otherwise, you're just grinding for food all the time. Doesn't seem right. I decided to send one of my pigs to the slaughterhouse. This one turned into werepig when I attacked him. What? When you actually do a pig house, you should keep farming the actual pigs. But I'm stupid. I got a new meat stick and smacked the remaining pigs, collecting 2 meat to dry. I then found a few feathers on my way up to the Pig King. Oh, that's a lot of feathers. Gotta be from the penguins, right? I got 8 jet feathers, which I didn't know the use of. I then decided to rain down fire on one of these pigs. You didn't have to bring all your friends. I have learned nothing from my previous pig slaughterings. I escaped and got a meeting with the Pig King. I went through what can only be my entire inventory to see what I could give him. Come on. Thank you. The gnome thing seems to have made him happy. He offered me 5 gold in return. I hammered down this pig house and killed what pigs I couldn't before. Oh no 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 no. You stay away. Aggressive motherfucker. The werepig seems to give us more goodies than regular pigs. This one gave me 2 meat and 1 pigskin. Very nice. I chopped some wood and then continued my pig rampage collecting loads of pigskin, meat, boards and cut stones. What happens when I dig up one of those? Should I really be doing that right now? What are these? Mismatched buttons. Okay. Did my sanity go down? Oh, yes, it did. Quite a lot, actually. Turns out these graves hold a lot of treasure that you can give to the Pig King in exchange for gold. You just have to keep an eye out for your sanity levels, as each grave dug costs you 10 sanity. Let's get back to the camp. I need food. Oh, they're mad now. That's right, Red Poopy Butthole was in full season, and they were in an all-out turf war with the bees. This was not good news. I don't know if I will get back all these slaughtered bees. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. There must be some way out of it. Divining nightmare fuel gears. Magic. Ice staff. I should be able to do... Don't I have a fire rod thing? Of your top hat. Does my top hat do stuff? Resurrect yourself via the power of meat. Meat effigy. This is... beard hair. And I just need cooked meat. And I have beard hair. Cool. Okay. I just don't know what to do, guys. There was a lot of things to build, but I didn't have a clear-cut plan of what I wanted to do. I expanded my pig village, collected twigs from my saplings, and got chased by these woolly buttholes. Oh! Somebody's killed a beefalo. I harvested my berry bushes. I hung up my meat to dry. Should I collect more bees, maybe? Hey! I got to bee hunting after having collected saplings and berry bushes. I left with 12 bees and 4 honeycombs. Woo! Utilizing the wormholes, I took a shortcut home. Spit us out! On the other side, I got attacked by a few dogs. That's you. That's what you sound like. I cleared up the dog situation and put on another kettle. Planted my saplings and bushes, refined more logs to boards, and built 3 new bee boxes. And just like that, our 100 days of Don't Starve was over. We had survived 48 days in this masterpiece of attempt, established a base, ridden the mighty beefalo, and bargained with the king of pigs. There's still so much I want to do in this game. Check out the underground a little more, what hides in the center of one of those chessboards, and I've read YouTube titles like all Don't Starve bosses. Are there bosses in this game? I didn't see a single one. We'll have to kill one and establish our dominance. So let me know in the comments if you'd like to see a 200 days of Don't Starve video. And until then, cheerio, bye!